Now from SunTrust Park, we're just about set for baseball from Cobb County, Georgia. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the Chicago Cubs and the Atlanta Braves. It's Braves baseball next. Rob McCallum, the right-hander from Arizona, will be doing the pitching. What's your take on him, Dan?
Man, he pitched really well in his last one without allowing a single run and picking up the victory. Let's see if he can bring that stuff back to the ballpark with him and make it two really strong starts.
Coming to the plate now, Leonis Martin. And we are ready for some daytime baseball. Here's the first pitch to him. And we are underway this afternoon as the first pitch is over for a called strike one. Guys, one of D-Row's former employers, the Braves, as they begin play here this afternoon. 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Oh, yeah, Matty boy, it's time right here, D-Row, to start getting greedy. You win the first 2 of a 3-game set at home. It's time to get greedy and go for the sweep.
Yeah, you got to take care of business in front of your home fans. Without question, that's exactly what this team's doing.
Now a flare out to left center. In there, a base hit.
Hey, that's why this guy's in the leadoff hole. Grinder, battler, whatever you want to call him. He is not afraid to go deep in the count. He is not afraid to hit the 2 strikes, and he showed it right there.
Here's Jason Hayward now. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. And he's got that batting lineup near the 300 mark entering play. Here's the 0-1. Tapped up the first baseline, but that one rolls foul. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. And this is swung on and missed, and Hayward is gone on strikes, and there's one away. With that, a look at the Cubbies' starting lineup. Thoughts, Dan? Who stands out?
Well, Matty, the guy I'm here to see is Big Chris Bryant. He's really had a heck of a year in the power categories, slugging over 500 coming into this one. That means almost every time he's hitting the ball, he's hitting it hard somewhere. Should be fun to watch.
The next Cub up, Anthony Rizzo. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and one gone. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1. Curveball, swing and a miss, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Hey, this is the game within the game right here. The hitter has to decide if he's going to change his game plan. Is he going to stay staunch and wait for him to miss over the heart of the plate or inside, or is he going to adjust his sights and try and drive the ball the other way?
So it was a strikeout looking there. Anthony Rizzo goes down for out number 2 in the top half. So in now for Chicago, Chris Bryant, a real threat with the bat, currently the National League home run leader. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
You know, if I'm the hitter right here, I'm like, okay, you want to come get some early in the count? I was about to wait you out, but now game on.
Oh, good spot on the black for strike 2. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Gary Simmons.
D-Row, this Gary Simmons, he's the kind of umpire that pitchers really like to throw to.
Yeah, I'm okay with it, though, Dan. You want to go east-west, I'll make the adjustment. It's the north-south that'll kill you.
The next 0-2. And he comes back with a fastball. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. 1 left for the Cubs. And now the Braves will step up for their first opportunity to score. John Lester, the southpaw out of the state of Washington, will be the starter. What do we need to know here, Danny?
This guy's a pretty good pitcher, and I was looking through the stats, and one thing jumped out at me, a sub 1.20 whip coming into this start. That tells me a couple of things. 1, he's not afraid to throw strikes, and 2, when he does throw strikes, he throws quality, and he still gets people out. It'll be fun to watch this guy work in this one today.
Here's Ender Inciarte. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Good breaking ball there. Had him frozen. Strike 1. Dan, D-Row, the Cubs, as they take The field here this afternoon. They come in a bit of a rough patch. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Yeah, Matty, this is the perfect guy to have on the mound. A veteran, not going to let the moment get too big for him. Completely understands what's being asked of him. They've been losing lately. That can't be denied. But this is the perfect guy, right spot.
That one looked like it could easily have gone the other way. There's a big difference between 0-2 and 1-1. But now this next pitch probably becomes the biggest. Of the at-bat.
The 1-2. Checked his swing there, and did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire. Ball 2. Here now the 2-2. Sent in the air out to straightaway central. Martin able to take it in for the first out. And time now to take a look at how these Braves are lined up in this one. D'Lo, what's the word on this lineup as they go for the series sweep?
Yeah, Matty, what I want you to focus on is the fact that this team does not like to run. Very station to station. It's going to take a couple of hits to score runs with this offense. They swing the bats well, but they don't put any pressure on the defense as far as base running.
Here's Nick Markakis now, the right fielder. His past history against John Lester, he's totaled 4 hits in 19 tries. He's also hit a couple of home runs against him. Bounce to first. Rizzo was there, and he'll take it onto the bag himself. 2 gone now here in the first.
Batting third, first baseman.
Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman, looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. Now the first pitch here from Lester. Started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. A ball and a strike now to the Braves first baseman. It's 1-2.
I feel like when you're facing a 2-pitch mix like this, sink or changeup, as an offense, the game plan has to be the fact that you have to get something elevated. You know he's not going to beat you with velocity, so it's going to come down to who executes better.
We'll move on to the second now at SunTrust Park with no score. Settling in now, Alex Avila. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
Alex Avila.
First offering on its way. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. Pitch on its way to Avila. Leaves a slider right over the middle.
Oh, he thanks his lucky stars right there, getting away with that hanger. I cannot believe he didn't pull the trigger on that pitch.
Turned on that one and crushed it, just pulled it a little foul. And he looks at a ball, 1-2.
He's up in the zone a lot right now. Sometimes that can be effective, but I think you have to be careful with that, especially during a day game where the ball tends to carry a lot more.
The next 1-2 pitch. Again, he sends it out of play. Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out.
All right, the Atlanta Braves attack you on defense this way. And let's take a look at former #1 overall pick out of Vanderbilt University. That's Dansby Swanson. Look, this guy fits the part. Matinee idol looks, soft hands, and the ability to manipulate the ball all around the lot from the offensive side. Look for him to have an impact in some form or fashion today.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. No score here as we play inning number 2. This is on the ground over to first. But this will be a foul ball as that evens things in 2-2.
You pull a fastball like that, you got to tell yourself to slow it down a little bit, play more gap to gap, and keep that front shoulder square, pointed towards the pitcher. That'll keep everything on plane.
So he gets the swinging strikeout on the changeup. Kyle Schwarber goes down for out number 2 in the top half. Here's Jed Lowry now. He'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. They'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Shoots this one over to first. Oh, what a stop on the slide. How about that? So they're held in check here this half of the inning. On now to the bottom of the second. And we are tied 0-0. And now the Atlanta number 4 hitter, Matt Kemp. A matchup with John Lester now to lead off the inning. First pitch of the at-bat. And that one just missed outside. Lester's ready. Here's the 1-0. Way out in front. Here it comes on 1-1. 2-1.
A great case of a manager sticking up for his pitcher right there and giving that umpire an earful. He didn't get that pitch called the way he wanted it to, but the manager's planting a seed in that umpire's mind to try to expand the strike zone so some of those borderline pitches start to go his pitcher's way.
Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. After it is Martin. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Okay, here's how the Cubbies are lining up defensively. And this team, they're not going to be moving around as much as some of the new age teams. The shifting and moving the third baseman over second base and the right fielder to play third base. This is going to be your stationary team, trusting pitchers to execute pitches.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A breaking ball taken at the knees for strike 1. Now Lester's 0-1. Hit hard up the middle and into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball is going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Into the box, Kike Hernandez. As he'll watch a first pitch curveball drop in there for strike 1. Comes into his first at bat at 283. 6 home runs, 13 RBIs. Hit back up the middle. Happ brings it in. Bare-handed for 1. On to Rizzo, but a little slow in developing as they'll just get the 1 out.
Took a pretty long time for the shortstop to receive the ball that time. So that gave the runner plenty of time to bear down on him and take him out. Hopefully everyone's okay down there.
And next will be Dansby Swanson digging in. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Hernandez leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. A swing and a ground ball to third. Oh, look at Bryant. It's there. He got him. They call it the hot corner for a reason, and this is a beauty to take us to break. Back to SunTrust Park following this. The next Cub up, John Lester, as we are all set to begin the third inning in this one.
John Lester.
First pitch on its way. Swung on and missed, outclassed by that fastball for a strike. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. That's lifted the other way out to left. Swanson will stay with it as he backs up and puts it away. One gone.
Batting ninth, second baseman, Ian.
Digging in the switch hitter, Ian Happ, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. And he'll power in a fastball, that time at 94 for strike one.
We're seeing him in an absolute groove out there in the mound right now. Retired 7 straight, and mechanically, he looks really consistent and fluid to me.
And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Now a swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes. So it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the third. Didn't mess around much in that at-bat, Dan.
No, that was pretty impressive, Matt. I really like a pitcher that trusts and works off his fastball. And right there, he decided he didn't need to use anything else. 3 straight heaters and go grab some bench.
Here's Leonys Martin. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. A base hit in his first trip. 0-1, here's the pitch. Grounded to short. Swanson brings it in. And the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. Cubs are down in order. Home half of the third coming up. No score. And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3. First pitch of the at-bat. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. The 1-0. Finds the zone, strike 1. And he misses 2-1.
Wow, that was a decent breaking ball right there, but that's just a pitch that's a little easier to lay off of when you're opposite-handed, opposite bat. You could see the sweep of the ball coming right into you. That was a great take.
Line drive to center field. Martin is right there, 1 down.
Batting ninth, pitcher, Rob McCallum.
Stepping in for the Braves, Rob McCallum, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First pitch coming, here it is. And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. And this is on the ground for Lowry at short. And a leap over at first, but he comes down with his foot on the bag to record the out. And it doesn't look like the manager fully agrees with that out call at first. It appears he may opt to challenge it and have the play reviewed.
Well, I think we're going to have to wait and see what the word is from the dugout. But here's another look at it. Wow. Tough to tell if he was out for certain from that angle. I can see why this was a really tough call for the umpire.
So here's the signal from the bench, and they will indeed ask for the play to be reviewed. So the umpires will get on the horn with the replay operations center in Manhattan and attempt to get a definitive answer on this play.
The Braves have elected to.
So here's one last look at that replay from another angle. There has to be indisputable evidence in order to change the call. And boy, I'll tell you what, I just don't see it there. I'd be pretty surprised if this challenge works out for them in this case.
And the review process appears to be coming to an end, so here comes the decision. And he is indeed out at first as originally called. So they lose the challenge and the ability to use any further challenges for the rest of the game. Here's Ender Inciarte. As he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike one. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Breaking ball in for a strike. The 1-2. Flipped out the other way towards short. And Lowry won't be able to track it down. This gets through, a base hit. So some two-out success, and the bottom of the third frame will continue.
Boy, D-Roll, that ball wasn't hit very hard, but when you're struggling like this guy is, any knock is a good knock.
Yeah, 100%. He doesn't usually get those. He has to square it up mid-barrel to find a way to get a knock. He hasn't had much luck this year, but he'll take that any day.
Here's Nick Markakis now, the right fielder, as he connects on the first pitch with a fly ball to center. Martin is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Stick around because Jason Hayward will lead things off when we come back. We'll head to the fourth, still. And there is Jason Hayward. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
Oh, you have to love. You know, Matt, we have so many of these games that are 12-10 and 9-8. It's nice to see a low-scoring pitcher's duel for once.
The 0-2 once more is a fastball that misses.
Hey, I can understand why he wanted to elevate the fastball right there. This batter's eyes have been lit up since he stepped in the box. Let's see if he gets him fishing on something breaking in the dirt right here.
Counts even to Hayward, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hit sharply toward the right side. Markakis is there, and he'll bring this one in.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. 1-1 the count to the Cubs' first baseman. A ball and 2 strikes to Anthony Rizzo.
Probably better that he let that pitch go anyway. After seeing a lively fastball on the pitch before, it's pretty hard to sit back enough on a well-thrown changeup.
Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. And there's a line drive base hit to left field. Rizzo will head for second. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Roll, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. He's keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much. Looking
at his career totals, Bryant carries a hitting line just over the 280 plateau.
He was able to foul that one off, but you could tell he was definitely late. That breaking ball, the pitch before that heater right there, definitely threw his timing off.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Chris Bryant goes down for out number 2 in the top half. Starts him out with a curveball for a strike. Hit hard down the right field line, but foul. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. Back with more of this Thursday afternoon business person special following this. With Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian with you as Freddie Freeman settles in to start out the inning. Lester gets the sign. Here's the first pitch. Breaking ball's in for a strike.
I mean, this is the classic case of ambush tactics at its finest, but this is getting a little ridiculous. I'd like to see some of these guys in the lineup work the count a little bit and find themselves on base and maybe drive this guy's pitch count up.
Hit out towards second. Happ scoops it up. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
Up next for Atlanta.
So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And stepping forth is the left fielder, Matt Kemp. Now the first pitch here from Lester. Line toward the gap in left center. And that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances.
Boy, Dero, it's about time they got something brewing here. First pitch single, and maybe now they can start to get some traffic on the bases.
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. Ambush tactics, not always the play. You want to drive that pitch count up and get into that bullpen, but sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures.
In now, Kyle Higashioka, as Lester jumps ahead of him here with strike 1. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. Kemp leads off first with 1 away. On the ground to second base. This could be 2. To second for 1. Back to Rizzo, and they get out of it here. A double play to retire the side. 4 to 6 to 3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. Back with more of this Thursday afternoon business person special following this. Ready for another chance. Kyle Schwarber looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. First pitch coming. Here it is. Swinging a hard liner to center field. Inciarte patrolling center makes the play. 1 out.
Jumped all over that first pitch of the inning, and he didn't miss it. Just wasn't able to steer it in a direction that resulted in a leadoff hit.
Here's Jed Lowry now. Batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now.
When that thing goes whistling into the stands, you hope someone brought their glove and is able to get leather on it.
And this is fouled at the plate. Here's another 0-2. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. The 1-2. Softly hit here to the left side. That's his first base hit, making 1 for 2 now.
Hey, they don't all have to be beautiful. They just have to be base hits, and that's exactly what that was. Soft liner into left field. Nice job.
Standing in now, John Lester. And they'll try to stay out of the double play here as he lays this one down. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. No runs on a hit, no errors, and no one left. Last half of the 5th coming up, and we still have no score. Digging in to try it again, Kike Hernandez. He'll lead things off as we begin the home 5th. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. The 1-0 home. It's a breaking ball that misses off the plate.
After 2 breaking pitches, there's a pretty good chance right now you're probably going to get something right in the middle of the strike zone to swing at. So if you're looking for it, go ahead and turn that baby loose.
2 balls and a strike to count. The 2-1 home. This is line to left. He dives. Did he catch that? He did. What a play there for the first down. Stepping in, Dansby Swanson. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Here comes the first pitch. Lofted in the air out toward right center. On the move is Hayward. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning.
Now batting.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Ozzie Albies hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat. And there's the good fastball from Lester as he jumps ahead. No balls and a strike. Now Lester's 0-1. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1. 1-1 on its way from Lester. Well hit, but also well fouled into the seats and left. The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Down in order go the Braves. 6th inning coming up. Still zip, zip. And that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1. Here's the 0-1. A swing and a miss on a ball that jammed him.
I gotta say, his command of the corners in this start has been pretty exceptional. He's mixed east and west really well, and it's a big reason why he's had success.
Made a miss on the off-speed pitch that time. Ian Happ goes down to become the first out in the 6th inning.
Boy, he's just been setting him up and knocking him down all afternoon. We've seen a lot of punch-outs from him where he didn't get much resistance. 3 pitches right there, and see you later.
And now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. And he fans on the barehanded attempt, so that ought to be scored as a bunt single. Here's Jason Hayward now. 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon. First offering on its way. Missed with a breaking ball.
That's the human element of the game right there. Umpires are going to miss a couple calls. It's the pitcher's ability to stay composed and grind that's going to make him successful today.
Looking at a tough pitch called a strike. No runs, 4 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. Line towards center field. Inciarte is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
First baseman number 44.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now. He doubled his last time through. First pitch of the at-bat. There's a strike.
You know, guys, sometimes guys don't like pulling the trigger 0-0. They want to see something go by, calibrate the speed, calibrate the brake, and then make their adjustments off that. Maybe that's the case right here.
Pulled toward right center field. Inciarte's there. And the inning is over. Cubs strand 1. And this is still a 0-0 ball game. Digging in for his second at-bat, Rob McCallum.
Pitcher, Rob McCallum.
Lester gets the sign. Here's the first pitch. A changeup that just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike. curveball that time that broke too low.
Tried to go with the nasty backdoor breaking ball right there. Good job by the batter to take that pitch, work the count even.
Looped down towards short, and one gone. Here's Ender Inciarte. He's 1 for 2 in the ballgame. First pitch coming. Here it is. Line drive to center field, and that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
You think there's any justice in the game, watch those two at-bats. Both of them hit on the absolute screws. One's right at one guy, and then one's a single. Go figure.
Here's Nick Markakis now, the right fielder, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Hits are now even at 4 apiece. Runner goes for second. Pitch misses low. The throw down is not close as he's in there with a stolen base. So they still haven't picked up an extra base hit in this one, but that stolen base at least gets him a guy in scoring position.
Yeah, and I think that's exactly what the manager was thinking there, Matt. Hey, if we aren't driving the ball with any authority today, we need to make something happen in a different way. They only need a single to the outfield now to push a run across.
Line drive to left. Now a dive, but he can't get there, and this is going to be trouble out there in left center. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score. And he is in there.
Well, there's one way to get our first run of the game across. Good hustle there on an RBI triple, and they're in good shape to possibly make it 2-0 with another base hit here.
Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman, as he rips it on the ground to second. Happ picks it up. Only play is going to be to first, so score it as an RBI ground out as the lead moves to 2-0 now. So here's Matt Kemp now. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. First pitch on its way. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1. 2 runs, 5 hits, and no errors so far for Atlanta. Hit down the third baseline, but a foul ball, 1-1. 1-1. Line towards center field, and that's going to be a base hit for Kemp. So that knock keeps the bottom of the 6th inning hot. So a line drive single to center makes it 2 hits for him this afternoon. And as we check out the Braves leaders in that category, you can see he currently sits number 3 on the roster in that department. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
The veteran hitter certainly knows when he's got wheels on first base, he's probably getting a fastball and he's probably getting it middle away. Might be a great time to get super aggressive.
On the ground to third. Offline throw, but they still got him. Good job of getting the tag. down there. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. 7th inning coming up. The Braves lead it 2-0. Back here at SunTrust Park, 7th inning straight ahead with the Braves leading this one. But before we get it started, let's take a look there at the game summary to this point. Here's Chris Bryant now. He'll start the 7th, and Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Oh, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swings. We're seeing some great plays on defense. This has been a snappy one up to this point. I think he's pitched better than anyone really expected in this one. He's done a real nice job, but someone's going to make him pay if he puts too many more pitches in that location.
Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one.
Man, they've really had his number so far in this series. That's his 5th strikeout in this series alone.
Here's the catcher, Alex Avila, as he'll take strike 1 on the inside corner. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. The windup and the 0-1. Takes a knee-high fastball.
He's still looking great to me out there on the mound. Punched out the first guy in the 7th, and he's jumped ahead in the count right here. Looks like he could stay in this game a while longer.
Got him. And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time.
He's really racked up the strikeouts in this one, and this guy's been victimized 3 times already today. He and this lineup are clearly having a really tough time picking him up.
Into the box now, Kyle Schwarber, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Fouled off. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. And he's got another one here. 12 punch-outs now in the ballgame, and that'll end the inning. So add 1 more name to the record book here as he strikes out the side on 9 pitches. Back with more of this Thursday afternoon business person special following this. Ready for another shot now, Kike Hernandez. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Grounded, foul. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1. And now the Cubs bullpen will start working here as both a lefty and a righty are up. The 1-1 home. This one's chopped foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
Anytime a pitcher locates a fastball on the inside corner, it's going to be a tough pitch to hit. That one was spot on, and he had no answer for it.
And next will be Dansby Swanson digging in. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Two 2-0 the count to Dansby Swanson. Now the 2-0. Lifted into center field. Martin is under it. 2 down.
The batter, number 1, second baseman.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Ozzie Albies. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Now the first pitch here from Lester. Swing and a miss that time. It's 0-1.
One of the keys to pitching late in the games, first pitch strikes, and this guy's rolling along. So far, over 70% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
Swung on in the dirt for the third strike. Avila recovers. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. Braves are set down 1-2-3 as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Here's Jed Lowry now. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
Right there for strike one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike.
He's feeling it out there on the mound, just getting the ball and throwing it with a lot of confidence right now.
Boy, tough to lay off, but he's glad he did. It's 1-2 now.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to take. 0-2 fastball just off the corner, and I mean just off the corner.
So he got him swinging. Jed Lowry goes down to become the first out in the 8th inning.
Man, this guy's on his game today, not only when he's throwing strikes, but how about the amount of strikeouts? And what's even more impressive, no walks up to this point. So he's pounding that zone with strikes, and he's making these hitters swing the bat.
The windup and the 0-1. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Inciarte has it in his sights. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. And that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. No hits to this point. First offering on its way. Just missed with a breaking ball. Now the 1-0. Left side, but well foul.
Classic change of speeds right there. Threw the hitter's timing off. Got a late foul ball. Interested to see where he goes now.
Popped him up. Freeman has got it, and the side is retired. So they go down without a whimper here. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. Braves lead this one 2-0.
Your attention, please.
Digging in to try it again, Rob McCallum. He's been great on the mound, so we'll see if he can do something with the bat here as well. He's earned the chance to take this at bat.
Yeah, Matt, when a guy's throwing the ball as well as he has, it kind of forces the manager's hand to stay with him. He's been exciting to watch, and he's really had this crowd behind him the entire game.
Andrew Toles is going to grab a bat here as he looks to try to set the table in the bottom of the 8th as they look for some insurance. Line to the right side. And that's going to get down in front of Hayward for a base hit. So it's an inning opening base hit, and the Braves have a man on.
Pitcher's got to stay on his toes right there. You never know who in this lineup is going to pull out the old ambush. Knock to right here.
Into the box, Ender Inciarte, as he swings and lifts it in the air out to left field. Schwarber has a beat on it. He's got it 1 away. Trying to pick things up where he left off. Nick Markakis, his head-to-head history with Montgomery. He's got 22 hits in 87 at-bats. 19 strikeouts on the stat sheet as well. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1. There he goes. Offered at and missed. Here's the throw. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease.
He picked a good pitch to run on at that time, and it really paid off. A changeup down in the zone is a really tough pitch for the guy behind the plate to catch and throw on, so he didn't stand much of a chance there.
Now a pickoff play at second, and the runner back easily. Toles leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Lifted out towards straightaway center field. Martin is under it. He makes the play. Runner tags and heads for third. And he'll make it up to third on the fly ball as he's in there now with 2 away.
The first baseman, number 5.
Ready for another shot now. Freddie Freeman 0 for 3 with an RBI in this one. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And a neck-high fastball that time.
That's a good take on that fastball there. You know he's looking for something up there to drive, but that was just a little above his happy zone. Not everyone has the discipline to hold back on those.
In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. A throw to the plate, and the recovery will be in time. He's out at the plate. And a costly decision to try for it there, as all of a sudden the inning is now over. Jason Mott comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the ninth.
Number 30.
Leonis Martinez will be the one that starts things in the ninth against Mott. First pitch coming. Here it is. Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike.
Hey, boys, although I'd love to get all over this offense for underachieving, let's tip our cap to this pitching staff right here. They've been able to execute, working all 4 quadrants and keeping this team totally off balance. I don't care how you find your way on the 9th inning. Anytime you can bring the tying run to the plate, you're doing your job. Now we got the blue looking for the blast.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Well, this is speared by the first baseman.
Now batting. First baseman.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Kemp has a read on it. 2 gone. Digging in once again, Chris Bryant. And he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the ninth.
This guy has been unbelievable. There were billboards outside Wrigley while he was still in AAA. And what does he do when he shows up? Rookie of the Year, MVP. I mean, get in line.
Behind 0-2 now. The Cubs are down to their final strike here. Ooh, tough to lay off there, but it's called a ball 1-2.
Well, you don't want to get caught looking for the final out. That's a tough pitch to lay off. Impressive that he did.
1 strike from a shutout. Here it comes. And this is in the air to right. And this should do it. And he will put this one away. And the Braves have claimed the 4th consecutive victory here as this ball game is over.
Yeah, that's the way you want to finish a 3-game home series. Breaking out the brooms and sweeping the other guys right out of here.
A 2-0 finish today. Atlanta rode an important 6th inning to victory in this one. Rob McCallum with his 4th win this season as he struck out 13 in this one. John Lester pitched well, allowing only 2 earned, but ends up taking the loss. Jason Mott wraps it up for the save, his 5th of the year. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Mark DeRosa and Dan Plezak and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head over to theshownation.com.
For the victorious Atlanta Braves, 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. For the Cubs, no runs, 5 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 30 minutes. Our paid attendance at SunTrust Park this afternoon, 41,500. The Braves thank you for your continued support and remind you to please drive home safely.